And today we're going to discuss about how to find a determinant for a 3 by 3 dimension for matrices. Matrices, yeah, one of the hardest topics in Algebra 2 to understand. So I'm going to try to sugarcoat it and make it as easy to understand as possible. And there's two methods to find a determinant. And I'm going to show you both methods. And personally, my favorite method is the column method. It's the easiest one to grasp and calculate. I think there's less calculations. But let me show you both and you can decide for yourself. So the first method, what you do is you take the first row here and first column, -1. So the first A, they call this A1 in the matrices. Okay, -1 times a smaller matrices. What you do is you cover up the -1 here, and then you're going to see a 2 by 2 matrices now. See, -1, 3, 5, 2, right? So you just copy it like it is. Okay, and there's three of them that you have to worry about, this, this, and this. So right now we're working just on this, okay? So now we're done with this. -1, okay, times this 2 by 2 thing, okay? So now the next one, we do 2, right? And the next one, the thing is when you're doing this method, you have to alternate signs. So it's going to be -2. And then when you cover up 2, right, what do you get? See, 2 hits this row, column and this row, and you get 3, 3, 0, 2. Okay? And then you alternate the signs again, because before it was minus, now you're going to do plus again. And the next one, you do -1 times, you cover up the -1, see, the column and the row, and you get 3, -1, 0, 5. Now we can simplify this, okay? We do these little 2 by 2 matrices, and you get -1, right, times, -1 times 2 is -2, minus 3 times 5, which is 15, okay? And this will be, let's see, 3 times 2 is 6, 6 minus 0 is 0, okay? And then you plus -1, let's see, times this. 3 times 5 is 15 and minus 0, so 15 minus 0. Okay, so it's all expanded out so you can see how it works on the 2 by 2. And then now you'll get what? -1 times, this is -17, so you get 17, minus, well, this is 6, right? 6 minus 0 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. So you're just minusing 12, okay? And then right here you have a -1 times 15, so you're adding a -15, which is really just subtracting 15. Okay, so you get 16 minus 12, which is 5. 5 minus 15 is -10. So that's the first method of doing determinants. Let me put down method 1. Okay. Yeah. Let me just write it this way, maybe that'll be easier to read. Okay, so now we have a method 2. How about we do it, let's see, I'm going to save some space here. Method 2 is a lot easier, so I think there's enough space. So let me just divide it up, okay. Method 2 is my favorite method, which is basically the columns method, okay. And the column methods, all you gotta do is just copy the first 2 columns over here. Okay, you see how I just copied these 2 columns exactly over here? And all you have to do, right, let me use a different pen, and you just go across here, okay? And those are the numbers you're gonna add, subtract these numbers, okay? So basically that's all you do, and you're gonna get the same exact answer. There's a lot less calculations, you'll realize. So let's do it right now. Let's do this first 3 diagonals going down first, okay? Which will be, let's see, -1 times -1 times 2, which that's 2, right? 2 times 3 times 0, that's easy, 0. -1, let me write it down, plus 0. -1 times 3 times 5 will be -15, so we're gonna subtract. Well, let's add negative 15. Okay. So everything's adding so far right here. Now you're subtracting everything on the bottom. Okay. I just put a parentheses. So you're gonna subtract whatever on the bottom. So first one you're gonna get 0. 0 times negative 1 times negative 1, 0. Okay. And then you're gonna have 5 times 3 times negative 1. That's negative 15. Okay. 2 times 3 times 2, you're gonna get, let's see, 4, 12. Is that right? 12. Right. Okay. So now you just have to simplify this. 2 plus 0 plus negative 15 will be negative 13. Okay. Now you're gonna have to, let's see, subtract. What's this? This is a negative 3 inside, right? Because negative 15 plus negative 12 is negative 3. Okay. So now you got negative 13 minus a negative 3. Well, that's just adding, right? It's the same thing as adding. So you get negative 10. So you see it's the same answer as this one. But you see there's a lot less work using this method. Look how little work there is compared to this one. It's a lot less calculations. If you get zeros in here, it makes life even easier because when anything multiplied by 0, it just goes away, 0. So it's a lot less calculations. You can see method 2 versus method 1. This is the columns method. So this is a general way you expand matrices. So I hope this helps you solve matrices. I'm gonna do a lot more matrices videos because this is to me one of the hardest subjects to learn in Algebra 2 for a lot of students. So I'll continue making more, probably the Gauss-Jordan rules and doing crazy row echelons elimination. So all right.